It is finally here, everybody. Fortnite Battle Royale on your mobile phone, or in this case, I'm playing it on the iPad Pro. So today, I'm going to talk over my first ever gameplay, which is what you're watching right now. This is my first gameplay on the mobile version, and guess what? I get a Victory Royale. So I'm going to explain what's going on as I'm going, and I've got some really important things to talk about in regards to the mobile version. Things that I've noticed, picked up on, need improvement, and also want to kind of try out. So if you're new around here, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any Fortnite videos. Okay, so as you can see here, I'm currently playing in squads. I'm by myself. My teammates have all died. I think they actually DC'd. They disconnected straight away, which I've noticed on the, 3 games I've played of this now. A lot of people do disconnect, but I think that's going to be an issue with the mobile version anyway. So in this here, I've actually walked over into a gunfight, and you can see all the loot on the floor. It's absolutely crazy. But what you will have noticed is they're kind of popping in and out. There's a lot of things that pop in and out here, and you don't really realize what's nearby and what's not nearby, because it's really hard to tell with everything popping and glowing. The kind of, the view range on this, or however far it renders, is actually pretty good. I'd say it's about maybe 100 meters in front of you. It actually renders important stuff, but you can definitely notice a line in the grass, for example, when it stopped bothering to render that far, which isn't a problem as long as you can see the people far in the distance, which you kind of can do. You kind of can do 50-50. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not, and that'll come into it later in the video. So I've actually played 3 games of this now on my iPad Pro, which is the most powerful mobile device you can actually buy right now with the iPhone 10 or X, however you're standing on there. But I did play 1 game on my iPhone 10, and it was so tough. I've got really big hands. I'm a big guy anyway, so my hands are huge. And trying to wrap my hands around that tiny phone and also play all these little buttons is tough. And you can see on screen, there is a lot of buttons on screen. So going from left to right, on the left you've got your interact button, which actually also turns into a shoot button. You've got your analog stick on the left for movement, and if you double tap it will auto run, but it sprints, like it just sprints everywhere. You've then got your bag at the bottom with your items across there. You've got a little ammo reload button next to the ammunition. You've got building mode on the right. And then following up on the right there, you've got your aim, crouch, and jump. And you use all of the right side of the screen, or actually any part of the screen, as long as you've got your analog stick on. You can use any of that bit to turn the control, to turn the screen around. So I currently run with about a 20 sensitivity with a 40 sensitivity when aiming. Now this is one thing that I want to pick up on. Look how easy that was to sort out my infantry. On the PlayStation version, I struggle so hard. It does not always select it. It doesn't always swap it. It's a pain in the ass. Whereas on this, you can just trade your infantry around like your Jesus. It is honestly the best thing. I know it's weird, but it is the best thing about this game. So this is a good example of draw rate here and how far you can kind of see. You can definitely see things in the kind of far view popping in. There you go, bush there on the left, tree there up in front of us. So that's even about for some of the things to come into texture, it's about 20 meters until they actually start popping in. You can see that again up on here on the right. See those ammos just popped in as I got nearby. So if you're looking from a long range, you do miss some things. But what they've done to ease this is they've added a proximity sensor. So you think in Call of Duty, for example, if a grenade's nearby, a little ring shows you where the grenade is and kind of you get your ass away from that. Whereas in this, you get a ring that shows you where a chest is. So it's like a chest is nearby, or there's footsteps nearby. Very useful, but also maybe a little bit OP. I'll come into that a little bit later as well. And you get footsteps nearby. You get to know where the gunshots are, because it's harder to kind of judge on mobile. So you can see here, perfect example, I'm coming into a little fight here. I can just about see enough pixels to make out a person over there. Now this definitely does not run at the full iPad resolution. It's nowhere near as crisp as other games. It does look a little bit weird. But here I'm trying to line up the shot, and I'm just kind of picking them away. But it's so tough. Like, you do not understand how tough this is to get this right. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do here. They've noticed me at this point as well, so they start sending fire back. There we go. I got a hit, and I think I get another hit. Maybe there. Yeah, there's another hit there. And then they start doing some damage to me. So there's 2 of them over there. I've knocked one of them down, which gives me time to run away. But look at that sniper shot. Took away about 80 health, including my armor. It was a pretty crazy shot. So I decided to come over here and start building. Now, building is one of the areas that I struggle in the mobile version. I feel great at building on the PlayStation version, But on the mobile version, not so easy. It's just tough, it's slow. There is a fast build mode, which I have on, but it's not intelligent enough to figure out where you want to go. I think that's one thing they need to implement into it. It's some kind of intelligent building system, or even maybe just for mobile version, an auto build. So anyway, I start raining down heavens above of grenades, get one kill, which is great, and then I get the other kill as well on the side. Totally destroys this building, which is nice, and I get all the loot, another 2 kills. Brilliant! You know, the actual attacking in this game works really well. It's really fluid. The picking up is so fast, and it's so beautiful, and being able to swap weapons is actually pretty easy too. So you can actually select all your weapons down at the bottom here, so you can see I select my Mega Chug there to chug away. Really easy to do, and obviously you can move the screen around and whatnot, and it will always pick up something good for you. It'll always pick up the best weapon that you run over, but you can swap them out really fast. You just have to touch the item you want, and I really like that system. Now, I'm really excited to actually, so you see here, I've got the C4, I swap it out there. I've got a rubbish assault rifle, I swap it out. But then actually, I'm pretty sure at this point, I swap it out for that, and then I change my mind, and I'm like, actually, I'm gonna go with normal grenades. But you see how easy it is to swap? Really well done. I like the way they've kind of implemented the buttons and stuff. Skipping forward a little bit, I want to show you more of building aspects. Now, this is me trying to build. Why did that turn? No idea why that turned. Can't get it back, because you got to press that button in the top right corner. You see that swivel item, which I think I pressed there. It's really unintuitive to press that button. Anyway, building up, seems to be going all right. It turns well there for me. It seemed to know that I wanted to go that way, so I was quite happy with that. And then I try and build up again. But do you see what I mean? It's just awkward. It feels like it always tries to build too far away from you. And that will come into play again a little bit later. But like here, it works better than before, but it's still not great. It's still not great, but I'm kind of getting used to it. Anyway, we go on to the top and we sit up here because I really wanted to see. First of all, I'm in the zone here, so we move over. Again, I turn the stuff around to try and go down. That works pretty well. I'm pretty confident of building downwards. It always seems to build for me, which is quite good. And we jump on here. I've got a couple of tangos underneath me. We're actually coming to the end of the game here, by the way, guys. And like I said, I do get a Victory Royale, so it is pretty satisfying. And I'm looking down here to see kind of what is around me. I can hear gunshots. You can see there the smoke popped in, but that wasn't there before. So you can see a guy down there absolutely clearing up. So I just end up aiming at him, and that was using the left fire button, by the way, to shoot. So I was just aiming with my right thumb, clicking the left fire button with my left index finger. And at this point, I decided to build up a little fortress. So you can see the fortress on the hill there that I built before. That was actually quite satisfying to be able to build that. Again, here, it just doesn't want to build on top. Not sure why. It just didn't want to do it, so I just end up building like a little U-shape just for a little bit of protection. But I think I hear some footsteps down below me. Yeah, so there he is. The guy's down there. He's pretty obvious to see. Swap out nice and quickly and just kind of rain down on him. It's very satisfying, this part. And again, it runs really well. I only had a couple of stutters, but even at this point, you know, absolutely murdering him with a grenade launcher. No hiccups. The explosions look, yeah, fine. They look pretty enough. He's down on the ground, and I think I try and aim my minigun. Bad idea, because what's the minigun? It just doesn't seem to hit. Anyway, I leave him with a little bit of health just in case his teammate wants to come down. But now it is a one-on-one. Luckily, I'm right in the circle, as you can see up there. So he dies. I'm thinking the guy must be under here. I don't want to risk it, so I decide to start building again. So let's start building, shall we? Or maybe I'm not. No, I'm just checking because I want to see if he's coming around here or not. So going into building, press the wrong button to start off with. To change material, you press the material in the middle. That's nice and easy. Again, it's all wrong rotated, but fine. I turn it round, build up 2 ramps either side just to go up, and then try and change to walls. The walls work fine, so I can start building up there quite easily. But look at that. Do you see how far away I built then? No idea why it built that far away. Building my little home here, so I'm nice and sheltered. I'm in the circle, and I'm pretty happy. Building up, and this again was quite tough. Just jumping onto there. The jump button seems to be delayed. Not sure why, I just really struggle with the jumping. Okay, so at this point you can see the footsteps on the screen. I can see he's around here, so I get my minigun out. He must be right underneath me. So I just like, yeah, there he is. He's looking to build something, so I just start aiming, and I lose my finger once, which which means it stops firing, but it starts up again and, you know, you have no hope. Victory Royale. So there we are, guys. My first game of Fortnite Mobile. Let me know what you think down in the comment section if you want to see more of this. The next video, I'm going to be using a controller to see how well controllers on iPads and stuff work. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.